if they're just simply looking to put constant fire pressure with that heavy flak Mark 1. But now we have our next matchup. Our next matchup will be on Misty Mutiny, the night map, the most recent addition to skirmish side of Guns of Icarus. The Misty Mutiny map is based off of one of the defense maps in Alliance. It is, of course, a night map with low visibility, so that means that your spotters on your ship are crucial to winning this matchup. Long range is going to be a bit of a bear, but here we go, folks, with our next matchup. This is matchup number 3 of SCS number 161. Here we go, folks. Ship 1 is the Jabberwocky, piloted by Dementio. We have a Magnate. Let's start with the left side. We've got a Carronade, Artemis, and Hades on that side. On the other side, we've got a Huacha, Artemis, and a Gatling. Ship 2 is the Hobo Joe, piloted by Spudnik, a Metagallion. Caro Huacha on one side, a Lumber, Flak Mark 2 on the long side with a Hades and a Flare on the back. Ship 3 is the Reborn, piloted by Sunstrom, a Merc Mobula with double Artemis on the bottom, Gatling and Flare on the wings, and Ship 4, the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. It is piloted by Water It's Me. Huacha Caro on the short side. Lumber, Flak Mark 1 on the long side with a Hades and a Flare on the back. All right, and the Reborn's already been spotted. Let's look at this from the Reborn's perspective here as they are engaging the Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky already down to low armor. That Merc doing some work right there. However, they're getting shot up by the Hobo Joe as well. They're hull broken and they are hurting. They're down to 10% perma right there as we got a peek at those flaks hitting up close and personal right there. Hobo Joe, of course, working that Flak Mark 2, which means that Mobula will melt very quickly with even one Flak Mark 2. Meanwhile, the Jabberwocky got double break. That means that Jabberwocky's looking for cover. They have found cover. Hobo Joe now looking to put Hades and Lumber into the balloon. Oh, those Lumbers just missing right there. Just missing. Meanwhile, Queen Kerwin's Revenge looking to put shots onto the Hobo Joe. Looks like Hobo Joe is indeed balloon broken. It looks like that seems to be what Blue is doing here. It looks like they're going to try to put some pressure with the Flak Mark 1 into the balloon of the Hobo Joe. It looks like because they have two ships that are big on balloons, that seems to be what they're doing with the Flak Mark 1. They're going to add that fire pressure at long distance, and they're going to try to turn this into a war of attrition, I believe. They're just going to poke away as best they can at permahulls. Jabberwocky getting ideas here. Let's take a look at the map. Jabberwocky getting ideas. They're looking to flank here, folks. Oh, they're looking to flank here, folks. This is an interesting flank. They're in the cover of bush here, and they are like, you know what? My big fluffy balloon hides very well in the bush. Meanwhile, the Queen Kerwin's Revenge getting focused right now in a 1v2 situation. It's a Hobo Joe in a 1v2. It's Jabberwocky looking to get that flanking position. Hobo Joe, however, able to do a good thing right there. They are pushing the Queen Kerwin's Revenge back, but the Hobo Joe are themselves forced back. The Jabberwocky really not able to find any way to flank right there, so they're going to fall back. Reborn looking to take some pot shots on the Hobo Joe. They really don't have that arc, though. Ooh, Flare's going out into the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Hades going out as well. Queen Kerwin's Revenge looking to move up here. Looks like they're going to try to pin Red in a corner here. Blue with advantage on terrain, but Red with advantage on permahull. Reborn not in a good position right now. Reborn's going to have some difficulty moving up, but they do pick up the hull break on the Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky is hull broken. Not much follow-up there, though. Not much follow-up as the Jabberwocky trying to make sure that they do not lose much permahull here. Red with a pretty decent advantage right now in permahull. Magnate Galleon with barely a scratch on the paint job of the Magnate. Meanwhile, Reborn's still going to have to pick their spots wisely as they're going to take pot shots at the Hobo Joe. Let's actually look at the Reborn here. Reborn is going to get focused by the Hobo Joe. Looks like those are going to be Lumber shots going out. Queen Kerwin's Revenge begging Red to shoot them. Reborn trying to get some arcs here to work with. Hobo Joe really would like to get a balloon break on the Reborn and then probably try to focus the Queen Kerwin's Revenge from there. Most likely. Queen Kerwin's Revenge still tanking it. They might get hull broken for their efforts. Yes, they will get hull broken Artemai now going out. Looks like they're going to pick up a gun there. Queen Kerwin's Revenge staying out there. They're not backing up the truck here. They're going to stay out there. Hobo Joe may be looking to move up. Let's look at Hobo Joe right now. Let's see what they're thinking on their end. They are thinking, no, they're just going to rise up right now. They're going to rise up here. That's all they're going to do. They're going to rise up. Looks like they're going for the Reborn maybe. Looks like they might take an aggressive stance on the Reborn. Yes, they are going to take an aggressive stance on the Reborn. Flare going out, and that's going to help a little bit with the visibility, and the Hobo Joe's been spotted. That means shots going out from the Reborn. Reborn's going to take some pot shots here. That's going to be a lumber into the balloon of the Reborn. Reborn is starting to get popped here. Hobo Joe's in trouble. They're going to get hull broken for their efforts. That balloon break is not going to pay off for Hobo Joe. In fact, they lose in that 1v2 situation. Hobo Joe hurting. As again, Flax going into the hole. That balloon's not been rebuilt. That balloon has not been rebuilt on the Hobo Joe. That balloon has not been rebuilt. Finally, it has been rebuilt almost after the hull break happens. That could have been disastrous. That could have been a big mistake right there, prioritization. But they get it up just in time. Jabberwocky, meanwhile, has pretty much been shut out of this engagement so far. Jabberwocky running a close to mid-range build here. And Jabberwocky really not able to do anything. They really need to get up in the face of the Reborn. Now there's Flax going out onto the Reborn. Jabberwocky's decided now's the time to make the move. Let's zoom in on the Jabberwocky. Let's zoom in as they're moving in on the Reborn. They've decided now's their opportunity to move. Jabberwocky's going to put themselves out there in harm's way, though. Jabberwocky balloon broken. The big fluffy balloon has been balloon broken. Jabberwocky in trouble here. Jabberwocky looking to get a watch, and now they get a good watch out there. But that environment is not doing them any favors as they're hull broken. Reborn trying desperately to keep height advantage right now on the big fluffy balloon of the Jabberwocky. Reborn looking to put shots out there. Jabberwocky looking for the cover of the environment. They're going to get a little bit of it, but they get into the range of the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Flack just missing. Double break on the Jabberwocky. Reborn looking to put some lockout into the Jabberwocky. That should almost be a kill right there. That should be a kill right there with the balloon break. That should be a kill 1-0 in favor of Blue. Blue on the board. Hobo Joe getting aggressive on the Reborn. Hobo Joe looking to pick up a quick one on the Reborn. Hobo Joe in the back door. They're going to have to get that short-range side on the Reborn, but it could be too little, too late. That might have been a bad approach angle. In fact, Reborn hydroing. Hobo Joe's in trouble. That should be 2-0 any second. A poor decision by the Hobo Joe going in with that approach angle. Reborn should clean this up very quickly. Especially with Hobo Joe turned the way they are, Reborn should pick this up very quickly. As long as they maintain height advantage, they got this. It should be 2-0 any second. Hobo Joe looking for cover. Jabberwocky is back up. Jabberwocky is making a beeline for Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe, Hobo Joe got caught. Hobo Joe's caught. They should die here. They should die here. There they go, 2-0 in favor of Blue. They got caught on the environment, and now Jabberwocky putting shots out onto the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. A Artemis and a Hades looking to do some work on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge, and Jabberwocky realizing, well, it might be time to back up the truck here, folks. This is not the spot we want to be. Big Fluffy Balloon is fluffy no longer. They're going to back up, and they're going to look for the cover of Mountain here. Queen Kerwin's Revenge raining down lumber shots. Merc shots raining down onto the mercantile ship. Jabberwocky is looking for something to get cover with. They've got all that cover in front of them. They need to take it. Looks like they might have it here. In fact, they do have it. They do have the cover. They do indeed have the cover of the buildings here. As let's look at ship number 2. That's the Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe looking to put shots out on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. They're putting those shots out. Looks like Spot has gone out. Queen Kerwin's Revenge getting focused here by the Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe, I do believe, has the Queen Kerwin's Revenge facing towards them, which means that they will have no guns on the Hobo Joe. Those are flak mark ones going out. Let's look at this from Blue's perspective, because I believe we can get a better camera angle from Blue's perspective. Yes, we can. From Blue's perspective, they are aiming for the Queen Kerwin's Revenge here. They're looking to pop that balloon, and they have done so, but they get that balloon back up very quickly. Queen Kerwin's Revenge looking to put shots on the Jabberwocky. Reborn looking to put shots on the Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky getting focused. That armor break is imminent. There's the armor break right there. 11-16 left in the match. Almost halfway done with this matchup here. Jabberwocky gets that armor back up very quickly. Hobo Joe looking to move up a little bit here. Hobo Joe looking to move up. They find the cover of environment as well. They find the cover of buildings. They're going to put shots out onto the Reborn. Reborn finding cover very quickly. But they are going to take a couple Hades shots, but no. Oh, but the lumber curves over the mountain. That's going to pick up a balloon break on the Reborn. Just getting over the mountain right there, and Reborn is going to be forced down. Reborn is going to be forced diving right there. And Hobo Joe now will get a chance to move up. They're taking full advantage of this. They are going to take full advantage of the moonshine and the cover of mountain, allowing them to move up. The cover of mountain, of course, from popping the balloon to the Reborn. Now it's a 1v1 of Queen Kerwin's Revenge, and Hobo Joe looks like the Hobo Joe's decided it's time to all in on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Both balloons are broken. Hobo Joe forgot to put their drogue chute on. Now the drogue chute is on. Flak's going out, but no hull break on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. That means that it will be very minimal effect on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Queen Kerwin's Revenge finding cover between buildings. Well done by the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. 10 minutes remaining in this matchup here. Hobo Joe thinking about advancing. Thinking about it. Thinking. They're deciding not to. They're going to actually hold right here. Actually, they're going to advance a little bit here. They're going to advance a little bit on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. They're looking for a quick one here at the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Jabberwocky trying to engage in a 1v1 on the Reborn. Big Fluffy Balloon looking to get the better of the Reborn. There's a balloon break on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Now the Hobo Joe looking to pick up a quick one on the Reborn. They're going to be switching targets here. Jabberwocky now going for the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Difficult camera angles to work with here, folks. We're looking for a good camera angle right here, as there's a lot of environment in the way, so apologies if we do not have a perfect camera angle to work with, as there probably will not be for most of this matchup. Jabberwocky in trouble. Jabberwocky was balloon broken. Queen Kerwin's Revenge double break. Queen Kerwin's Revenge double break. Queen Kerwin's Revenge double break. Hobo Joe finally getting something they want here. There's the kill right there. 2-1 in favor of blue. Red finally on the board. Jabberwocky cleaning it up. Reborn realizing this is not a good position for them to be. They're backing up the truck, and they are going for the cover of mountain right now. They have found the cover of mountain, and there is a crane right behind them. Will they get under it? No, they will bounce off the crane, but I believe they have full hard cover here. They should have full hard cover, but they're looking for even more hard cover here. They do not like their current position. They're looking for something else here as the Jabberwocky deciding to move in. There's the Queen Kerwin's Revenge spawning very quickly. They should have a quick spot here on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. And they're going to focus the Reborn. Queen Kerwin's Revenge realizing that the Reborn is in trouble here. They're seeing them getting shot up here. Reborn looking to pick it up. Jabberwocky balloon broken. Jabberwocky is going to be in trouble here. Queen Kerwin's Revenge eats a watcher right there. Now both ships turning onto the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Jabberwocky diving behind mountain to get some cover. Reborn turned towards the Jabberwocky. Queen Kerwin's Revenge hull broken. And balloon broken. That's a double break on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Oh, there's a good flak into the hull of the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Oh, but the second one missing. They get one into the hull, though. They get one in the hull. There's a balloon break as well. Oh, and the flak cleans it up. Hobo Joe with another kill on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. 2-2 all tied up. Jabberwocky, meanwhile, with 5% perma. Reborn winning that 1v1 right now on the Jabberwocky. Reborn might actually pick up a 1v2 kill here if he's careful. If they play their cards just right, Reborn might have something here. I stand corrected. That was a good watcher right there. That should take him out. And good lumbers as well. 3-2. Hobo Joe doing work right now. Jabberwocky picks up the kill, but you gotta say, Hobo Joe's the one who's really doing all the work right now for Red. Hobo Joe absolutely cleaning house right now. Hobo Joe in the back door, yes. Yeah, there's a quotable for you. Yes, get to work on the signs, right? As Hobo Joe doing some work right now. Again, Jabberwocky is on cleanup duty, but Hobo Joe is really the one controlling the flow of the match so far with that lumberjack. Doing some work on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Queen Kerwin's Revenge appears to be the one taking the brunt of all the damage and taking the brunt of all the focus of just everything on Red. Red has identified Queen Kerwin's Revenge as that ship to focus. That's never a good feeling when you're an engineer on that ship the other team is focusing, because that means you got to be on point. course, these are two teams that have a plethora of experienced players, so they all know what they're doing. But that doesn't make it any less stressful for the crews, as Hobo Joe now getting focused. Looks like Blue has realized Hobo Joe is doing a lot of work right now, so they're going to go ahead and focus the Hobo Joe. Hobo Joe getting focused right now. Hobo Joe is going to almost lose Balloon, not quite. Queen Kerwin's Revenge themselves, however, lose Balloon. Looks like the lumberjack gunner on the Hobo Joe a little bit better than on the Queen's Revenge so far, and that's been the difference in this matchup. Reborn looking to assist their brethren, their Galleon brethren. Queen Kerwin's Revenge looking to take some pot shots on the Jabberwocky. If they get a hull break here on the Jabberwocky, that should be a kill. Oh, those mercs looking to shoot the Jabberwocky. Oh, the Jabberwocky eats it in the balloon. Jabberwocky needs the balloon tank this if they can. Hobo Joe needs to cover for their ally here. Hobo Joe not blocking shots for their ally, and they eat a flak shot. That's going to be 3-3. Hobo Joe not able to get in front of those shots, and the Magnate Big Fluffy Balloon is no more. 5 minutes go in this matchup. Hobo Joe realizing, uh-oh, I'm out in the open with no cover. Let's look at the map right here. They're going to have to go high to get over. They're going to have to go high to get over. I see what Hobo Joe's doing here. They're looking to make this long range and see if Blue will drive it down mid, or actually drive it down bottom lane. Jabberwocky looking to come through mid, maybe some jungle action going here by the Jabberwocky. Oh, Blue wise to the move. Blue wise to the move. They've already got the hull break on the Jabberwocky. Blue wise to the flank here. Ward game is strong here by Blue, apparently, as the balloons pop, and hull break already once on the Jabberwocky, and Jabberwocky forced to return to the concrete jungle. Reborn is not going to give up, though. Reborn's going to chase right now. Reborn's going to chase Jabberwocky. They're getting in close range right now. Jabberwocky almost hull broken, excuse me. They are hull broken, but they get the Hwacha off onto the Reborn. Reborn losing 2 guns. Reborn undeterred. Queen Kerwin's Revenge moving up very aggressively. Hobo Joe out of position. By Blue smelling the flank, they could take the lead here. By them smelling the flank, that's a balloon break, that's a hull break, that should be a ship break any second, and no, not quite. Not quite. There it is right there, 4-3 in favor of Blue. Blue 1 kill away from taking the first game in what is effectively now a best of 3. Hobo Joe in trouble right now. They are still in effectively bottom lane looking to try to do something here, anything. They are out of position. They're going to need a clever spawn by the Jabberwocky in order to do something. Reborn and Queen Kerwin's Revenge controlling mid right now. Hobo Joe now looking to move up. That means we might see a quick spawn here. We might see a quick close range spawn by Red. Will they try that plan again, except without the flank, except spawning them in the back door, just the literal spawn in the back door? Queen Kerwin's Revenge moving away. Yes, they are going to spawn in the back door as Jabberwocky. Reborn is going to try to tank this right now. Queen Kerwin's Revenge going to try to move around. I think they've realized, yes, they've realized Jabberwocky tried to get a quick spawn in there. Reborn, meanwhile, got balloon broken. Reborn looking to position themselves properly. And the Reborn, I believe, has found cover. No, they have not found cover just yet. Reborn eating a balloon break right there. Uh-oh. That's a bad spot for them to be. Their wing is up against the environment. They've got nowhere to go, folks. They got nowhere to go. Jabberwocky realizing this. They're going to move in on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. They're looking to get a quick one on the Reborn. Reborn, balloon broken again. Balloon broken and hull broken. They're going to bottom out here. Meanwhile, we're going to take a look at the Queen Kerwin's Revenge, getting a good watch onto the Hobo Joe. Jabberwocky looking to stay between the Reborn and the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. They're looking to get a good Hwacha out on the Reborn. They do so. They get a Hwacha out onto the Reborn. Reborn now down 4 guns. Hobo Joe, though, in trouble. Queen Kerwin's Revenge has them right where they want them. They have them right where they want them, folks. That's a flare going to the balloon. That's going to be Carronades going to the balloon. Hobo Joe's in trouble right here. This could be a kill. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, a flare into the balloon of the Reborn. A hull break as well. Somebody missed a flare on that Mobula. Get the defibs, folks. 4-4. Somebody missed a flare on that balloon on the Mobula. Hobo Joe's still in trouble, though. It's 4-4. Hull break and balloon break on the Hobo Joe. Queen Kerwin's Revenge looking to finish. Hobo Joe in full tank mode. They need the Jabberwocky in the door right now. They've got Jabberwocky in the door. Queen Kerwin's Revenge is in trouble, though. They are stuck. So's Hobo Joe. This could be a DPS race, folks. And, oh, Hobo Joe has no guns. Queen Kerwin's Revenge has 3 guns. Queen Kerwin's Revenge in trouble, but Jabberwocky not able to do anything right now because they don't have an attack angle. Hobo Joe effectively blocking. And now oh, wait a minute, here comes the Reborn. Reborn's in the door. They're trying to get a quick one on the Hobo Joe. It's 4-4. This is 1 minute to go, folks. Get the defibs. Like I said, it is 4-4. We're going to see either overtime or an outright win. Queen Kerwin's Revenge, hull broken. They have 5 guns down. Hobo Joe, armor broken and 5 guns down and all engines. They've got a balloon, though. They're tanking that hull. They're tanking that armor. Will they go down, though? One Artemis will do it, and the Artemis comes out with 30 seconds to go in the match, and Blue wins. Blue is your winner, 5-4. What an exciting matchup, as SMGS wins match 1 in what is now a best-of-3 series between the two teams. In the next matchup, we will reverse the roles. SMGS will be on red. Fancy Cloud Dancers will be on blue. Stay tuned, folks. We approach the grand finals now. It will be match number 2 between these teams. If SMGS wins the next matchup, they will win SCS number 161. We'll be right back, folks, with the next matchup between these two teams.